Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today, we have a fun art project from Mr. Melvin, an art teacher from Wisconsin. Hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hello artists and welcome to Mr. Melvin Makes. Today I would like to draw some lizards for you like the one right here. Now the reason I picked this lizard is because these lizards have a special ability that makes them very, very interesting in art. Now I bet you already knew that this is a chameleon, and that chameleons have the ability to camouflage themselves in an environment. I wonder though if you were able to notice this chameleon hiding over here. If you were, great job. If not, no problem, that's what chameleons are supposed to do. Chameleons have the special ability to change the color of their bodies to match their environment, making them really excellent at hiding in plain sight. In today's activity, we are going to draw and hide chameleons, so let's get started. For this project, you're going to need drawing paper and then drawing supplies like pencils, eraser, Sharpie or permanent marker, crayons, colored pencil, marker, or any other drawing supply that you'd like. You could even turn this into a painting if you wanted. I'm going to set my coloring stuff aside and start here with pencil. To get started, you first need to decide how you're going to position your paper. Portrait or up and down means for a taller background, or landscape, side to side or sideways, means a longer background. And I think that's what I'm going to do today, is a portrait landscape. I'll put my chameleon hiding back up there. So first I'm going to use these 6 steps to help me start my chameleon, and I'm going to start with pencil. Step number 1 is one of my favorite lines in all of art, a spiral line. Spirals start small in the middle and then grow around each other kind of like a circle. And you can do that for however big you want this tail to be. I'm going to stop there and then draw a line kind of out like that. It's like a really spirally number 6. That's step number 1. Next, I'm going to kind of draw a rounded triangle for the head shape. Chameleons almost have heads like triceratops, so that's kind of what we're looking for there. Up, down, curve back. From there, I'm going to add legs by drawing 4 bent lines, kind of like a zigzag or an arrow for the chameleon's leg. So I might just add a little bit more there for the neck, and then start with those lines. Just like arrows pointing. 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and add in a line underneath to finish the chameleon's body. That line shows where the belly is, connects from the neck to the tail, and overlaps, or underlaps, I suppose, the leg. Next, I'm going to add kind of triangle shapes or lines for the chameleon's toes or feet, just like that. And lastly, I'm going to add in some details like an eye. Chameleons have these really cool eyes that can almost move 360, so they've got these grooves around them. This is where the pupil might be. Those are the grooves. Might add a friendly smile so we know that this chameleon's friendly. And then I'm going to add just a couple kind of backward C's to show texture on this chameleon. I bet you probably recognize those as scales, and if so, that's exactly what I was going for. You can do that all the way even into the tail a little bit. Notice as the tail spirals, so does the direction of the scales. There, now it's looking pretty good. Maybe I'll just add a little extra lines around the toes for extra details, extra textures. Looking good. Hey, that is one friendly looking chameleon. I'm pretty proud of what I've made. Next, I'm going to go ahead and outline with my Sharpie next. Remember, outlining is putting a line around it. I'm going to end up hiding this chameleon later, but I still want an outline on it for clarity and emphasis too. Remember though that whenever you use a permanent marker, it can bleed through your paper. So it's really important that when you outline like I am right now, or when you trace with marker, that you have either a second piece of paper underneath, maybe some newspaper, or a drawing board like me. That just helps keep your work surface clean and tidy. For my background, I'm going to actually have this chameleon hiding out in an art classroom with me teaching in it. I think that'll be really fun when I show this project to the students in my classroom. Call me vain, but I love adding myself into my artwork. I think it's fun when people can instantly recognize the artist in their work. A little bit of a self-portrait in each of my drawings, even though it's not really about me, it's about the chameleon. I just enjoy doing it, it's sort of the Mr. Melvin way. So I hope that's inspiring and fun for you to see too. But let's keep watching here while I work on my outlining and my background. Wow, I think this drawing's turning out great. I'm really happy with how it looks. But now it's time to talk a little bit about space in art. Space is wherever your art takes place, and some art takes up actual space in our world, but other art is flat, two-dimensional, and just creates new spaces like this one here. I'm going to play a little bit with space today by coloring my chameleon exactly the same as its background. That's going to create a really cool illusion. And I'm using the chameleon's natural ability to camouflage as a way to create that illusion. However, I still think we'll be able to spot the chameleon because the outline here overlaps its environment, and it's kind of got some emphasis around it, being that this is outlined in a bolder Sharpie rather than the fine point. Now that I've got my colors out, I think I'm ready to rock and roll and work towards finishing my artwork here. Enjoy! If you haven't been watching this whole time, it would probably take your eyes some time to spot this chameleon I have hidden in my artwork right here. Chameleons are a great animal to learn about in terms of color and camouflage. I am going to challenge you today to draw and hide a chameleon in some sort of creative way. When I do this lesson in my classroom, I actually have some of my older students, my 4th and 5th graders, draw and color chameleons to hide in the classroom. With parent or teacher permission, it might be fun to ask if you could hide a chameleon somewhere in your house or classroom, wherever you're working. With that being said, I just want to remind you of your challenge. Draw and hide a chameleon in some sort of creative way. I also want to give you a sincere thank you for checking out my channel today. If you liked this video, please subscribe and check out my other art activities like this one here. If you think you might know someone who would like Mr. Melvin Makes, why don't you go ahead and share my channel with them. And thank you again, really thank you again, and happy making, artist. Enjoy.